Hello, dear AI enthusiasts. Today, I have something really exciting for you. The brand new QwQ-32B model from Alibaba. This model is an absolute highlight in the world of artificial intelligence, specifically for large language models, LLMs, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So make yourself comfortable and let's dive together into the fascinating world of QwQ. The situation is, you have a model with 32 billion parameters, specifically designed to solve complex problems and perform deep reasoning. And the best part? It's open source. That's right. You can use it for free under the Apache 2.0 license for research and commercial projects. For all AI fans out there, this is like hitting the jackpot. But what makes the model so special? It belongs to the class of so-called large reasoning models, LRMs, which are designed to provide precise answers through inference-time thinking and self-reflection. It builds on the QwQ-32B model and has been optimized with reinforcement learning (RL) to excel in areas such as mathematics and programming. And now, hold on tight. You can run it on a single GPU with just 24 gigabytes of RAM. This means you can even try it on your own computer without needing a huge server setup. Let's take a look at the technical details because this is where it gets really exciting. The model consists of 64 transformer layers and uses advanced technical methods such as rotary position embedding, improved activation functions, and special normalization techniques. For attention distribution, it uses a generalized query system with 40 attention heads for queries and 8 for key-value pairs. The context length is impressively large with 131,072 text tokens, so you can process huge amounts of text. By comparison, the DeepSeek R1 model requires over 1,500 gigabytes of graphics memory, while QwQ works with a fraction of the resources. That's efficiency on a new level. How about performance? In comparative tests, it shows solid results. In mathematics, it achieves 90.6% on the Math 500 test and 50% on the more challenging American mathematics competitions. In programming tasks, it reaches 50% on the LiveCodeBench platform. In general tests such as LiveBench AI, it scores 65.2% and shows strong scientific reasoning abilities with complex questions. Compared to DeepSeek R1, which has a whopping 671 billion parameters, the model holds up surprisingly well with its 32 billion, but is noticeably weaker in complex derivations and nuanced decision questions, which is quite expected given the enormous size difference. Installation is pleasantly simple. You'll find it on platforms like Hugging Face and ModelScope, where you can download and run it locally. Just visit the linked page, download the model files, and start. I've already tested QwQ and was particularly impressed by its ability to solve complex problems. In one of my tests, I asked it to create a Python script that makes a ball bounce in a rotating hexagon, complete with gravity, friction, and realistic collisions. I deliberately formulated my prompt concisely: create a Python script with Pygame that simulates a ball in a rotating hexagon. Implement gravity, friction, and collisions with the walls. The result exceeded my expectations. The model not only provided working code, but structured it cleanly into classes and methods, exactly as an experienced developer would do. Particularly impressive was the precise implementation of collision detection between the ball and the rotating hexagon edges, a mathematically non-trivial problem. Each line of code was accompanied by helpful comments that even explained the underlying physical principles. Another highlight is the ability to correct itself. In another test, I asked it to implement a complex algorithm for graph traversal. When I discovered an edge case that the code didn't cover, the model was able to analyze its own code, identify the error, and provide an improved version without me having to describe the bug exactly. This kind of iterative debugging shows a deep understanding of code logic and self-reflection. With all the excitement, we should not conceal the weaknesses. The hallucination rate is around 15% in knowledge questions, significantly higher than GPT-4 with 7%. In my tests, I found that QwQ-32B occasionally makes references to non-existent Python libraries or describes functionalities that are not implemented as such. In complex logical derivations and causality analyses, it shows weaknesses compared to larger models like Claude Opus or GPT-4, which is not surprising given the parameter count. Another disadvantage is the relatively slow response speed, especially if you need quick interactions. For simple programming questions, you might sometimes wait 30 to 40 seconds for a complete answer. Techniques like chain of draft or speculative decoding help here, where you pre-use a smaller model for acceleration. With LM Studio, for example, you can use Phi3 Mini, as an acceleration model and increase inference speed by up to 300% without noticeable quality loss. Where can you effectively use the model? In software development, it's an excellent coding partner, especially for mathematically demanding algorithms and data structures. I use it daily for code reviews and refactoring suggestions. For students and teachers in STEM fields, it's a treasure. It explains mathematical concepts clearly and precisely and can solve complex problems step by step. A physics professor in my network is already using it to generate personalized exercises with detailed solutions for his students. For small and medium-sized businesses, it offers a cost-effective way to develop their own AI solutions without relying on expensive API services. A startup in my circle has developed an internal assistant for data analysis and visualization with it and saves over 2,000 euros monthly on API costs. I've also directly compared QwQ with other models. In a standardized coding test, Claude was superior in creative approach and versatility, but it won in mathematical precision and understanding of complex algorithms. Especially in problems combining linear algebra and probability calculation, QwQ-32B provided more elegant and efficient solutions. Compared to Llama 370B, it showed better reasoning abilities with the same prompts, but was slower in processing. Here you need to weigh what's more important to you, speed or precision. I find particularly exciting the possibility of connecting it with external tools. With LangChain or Llama Index, you can easily integrate it into an agent workflow that has access to web APIs, databases, or local applications. In my tests, I was able to develop a QwQ-32B-based assistant that automatically searches Stack Overflow for solutions, analyzes relevant GitHub repositories, and inserts code snippets into a local VS Code instance, all controlled through natural language dialogue. What does this model mean for the future of the AI landscape? It impressively shows that even with limited resources, powerful models are possible that can keep up with the giants in certain domains. The open source nature allows for further developments by the community. I'm curious to see the fine-tuning variants that will come. Perhaps we'll soon see domain-specific versions for medicine, finance, or engineering sciences, combined with RAG approaches and thus offering the best of both worlds: deep reasoning, and current specialist knowledge. Alibaba has taken an important step towards democratized AI with this model. Instead of building ever larger models that can only be trained and operated by tech giants, this approach shows that targeted optimization and intelligent training often bring more than raw parameter numbers. I see in this a promising trend that makes AI development more decentralized and accessible. My conclusion: QwQ-32B is definitely worth trying, especially if you're interested in mathematics, science, and programming. It combines impressive performance with practical accessibility and is open to everyone. Download it, experiment with it, and share your experiences. If you have specific questions about installation or optimization, feel free to write them in the comments. I'll be happy to help you further and am curious about your results. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this update, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you activate the bell, you'll even be informed when we upload a new video. I hope to see you next time. Until then, stay real.